Meet the brand new Infinite series gaming rigs which dominate all your gaming needs. The new Infinite models are powered by the latest 10th Gen Intel processors for unparalleled processing power with the highest performance. Crank up your FPS and game quality with NVIDIA's latest RTX series graphics. This means a smooth gaming experience and lifelike visuals using ray tracing. The models have separated cooling chambers using silent flow cooling to maximize cooling capabilities. Going even beyond, it uses a brand new silent and powerful liquid cooling for the CPU. To guarantee the fastest storage speed, the Infinite series also has space for 2 M.2 SSD slots to cover just that. Load your game faster than your opponents. The HEMIC and audio boost are on board, letting you experience true hi-fi sound. Enjoy the advantage over your enemies in-game. Dragon Center is also present to let you monitor the hardware, optimize performance, and much more. The Infinite models are also an eye-catcher equipped with fully customizable Mystic Light. And when you're on the move, the handle takes care of just that. Want to know more? For all other features and information, please go check out the product page, and thanks for watching.
Why should you invest in stocks on eToro?
With eToro, I can invest in stocks.
A heavenly planet inhabited by magical creatures named Bunnycorns. The land is spiritually guarded by legendary Bunnycorns, the gods of fire, earth, water, and air. Humans later came and lived harmoniously with the Bunnycorns. But not all of them wanted peace. We must save Bunnyland together.
Hello, guys.
One moment. Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yes, we
Clear?
can hear you.
All right. Okay, so good afternoon, online Filipino freelancers. Here we are again. I do apologize because our original intention before was to have to introduce uh, crypto games on a weekly basis, but unfortunately, life happens, and at the end of the day, we need to do some we need to do our jobs, and it's kind of difficult for me on reaching out to some of the games that I was trying to reach out to so I can introduce it in the community. But anyway, we're still on our in our advocacy to introduce to you guys all of the cryptocurrency gaming that is out in the market, and well, potentially create an interest in you, so you can be able to either play it with them or invest in it. So, before anything else, let me just thank, of course, our sponsor, MSI Gaming. Thank you for being a long-term partner of the Online Filipino Freelancers Group. And of course, some of the perks for our community, guys. If you have any requirements with MSI, either laptop, desktop, peripherals, graphic card, or motherboards, I hope most of you are aware already that our partnership entails that we get discounted prices uh, for any MSI products that you might be interested to purchase. So just reach out to me, and I can help you and patch you through the to MSI Philippines. Okay, and also, let me introduce again myself for those who are tuning in for the first time. My name is Simon Domingo, or just call me Paulo, and I'm the co-founder of the Online Filipino Freelancers Group. We started this community way back in 2016, and fast forward today, we grew up in to be one of the biggest online freelancing community in the Philippines, and we have stick with our advocacy to help you guys transition and inspire to becoming an online freelancer. Now, if you remember our last OffCon last June, I introduced to you guys the cryptocurrency gaming or monetized gaming. So when it started after OffCon, so a lot of people got interested on doing such or playing such game because sino ba namang hindi, di ba? You're playing game at the same time you're earning money. Who wouldn't want that? We're now in an era where uh, playing pleasure and business can come along side by side, right? You're enjoying the games you're playing at the same time you're earning. So who wouldn't really want that? So now we are on series 5 of our monetized gaming sessions. I hope you still remember the previous 4, but now I'm introducing to you guys a new promising game that is well, I think it's already out, but it's still on its early stages. So let's uh, let's let's dig in. Let's delve into this new game that we will be discussing today. But before anything else, just a disclaimer for everyone: um, we're not selling anything here, okay? And whatever we will be discussing here is for information and educational purposes only. All right. So I would like to welcome you all. Uh, to this session. And by the way, we will be explaining later how you can potentially earn. Will be there will be a prize pool of $100 worth of Bunnycorn. Well, I will mention later why it's called Bunnycorn coins. So there will be $100 worth of Bunnycorn coins that will be given away later, and one of our resource person will explain to you how you will be able to get and qualify for that. All right. So without further ado, let me introduce to you guys two of our guests who will be talking about and explain to us what this new crypto NFT game is all about, and it's called Bunnycorn. So first, let me introduce to you the head. Sorry, the owner and founder of Brandless PH, and he's also a partner of Bunnycorn, Mr. John Kenneth Dice. Uh, John, I think you're on mute.
Hi,
Let me
everyone.
just there. Okay, and
Hi, thank you, Paulo. And
yes, yes, go ahead.
yeah, hello, Paulo and Sir Pook.
Okay. And our second guest is the CEO and head of Bunnycorn himself. So later we will get to know him, Mr. Puk Nguyen. And as mentioned, he is the CEO of Bunnycorn, and we will be getting to know more about this game and how we can potentially monetize and how to play Bunnycorn itself. So uh, for starters, we really want to get to know more of you. So I think we can start off with you, Ken. Can you tell us a little bit of something about you?
So, hello again. I am John Kenneth Dice. You can also call me Ken. I am the founder and owner of Brandless PH. So we are one of the partners of Bunicorn, as we are managing their community currently on uh, Telegram community. So so far, Philippines have been one of the most engaging as well on Telegram and as well as on Discord, because we also have a Discord community.
Mhm.
And in the near future, we might have some changes and some transferring of, we'll be transferring on Discord soon. So I hope that some of the viewers right now are Filipinos as well, are also the ones who are very active in the Discord community. So thank you for your introduction, Paulo.
All right. Yeah, maybe we can put it ahead now. Can you just tell us the mechanics of how the participants, the attendees, can potentially win the prize pool of
Mm.
$100 worth of Bunnycorn coins? So listen, guys. So you would be able to know how you will be able to participate.
So we will have an ask me anything session later after the questions of for Mr. Pukmuyan, and we will be picking top 10 questions that will share the prize pool of $100 worth of Bunicorn. So we'll try to pick great questions, better questions as much as possible to understand more about Bunicorn. So if you have any other clarifications or questions, if you're already a player of Bunicorn, that would be very great. If you have uh, in-depth questions you want to ask live right now to Mr. Pook, the CEO himself, it's very great. It's a great time to ask it. So I hope to see a lot of questions right now. So yeah, let's get started.
All right. So ayan guys just make sure to tune in and listen to what we will be discussing today, and if you have any questions, tanong lang guys. Then the CEO of Bunnycorn will answer it, and at the same time Ken will be choosing the top 10 questions that will be raised during this session. Then you can potentially earn that $100 prize pool. So now let's move on ahead. Let's go to Mr. Phuc Nguyen. So, uh, one moment. I think, okay, you're not on mute. So, Mr. Phuc, can you
Yeah.
tell us a little something about yourself and how you came to conceptualize Bunnycorn.
Yep. Thank you, Paulo, for inviting me to this great IMA. And hello, everyone from the communities, especially the Philippines one. And thank you, Ken, for helping us so far. Yep. So I am Phúc from Bunnycorn team. So a little bit background information about me. I started my career as a game developer for DNA Japan for a few years. And then I started my own development company in Vietnam, which has around 500 engineers now. And as we started this Bunnycorn project a few months ago this year. So it's not just a game, but it's actually an ecosystem, including a decentralized exchange, an NFT marketplace, and a few other games in the metaverse. So we started the Bunnycorn pay-to-earn games by the end of August, and we have been running it for around 2 months now. And we started this because we have been inspired by Pokemon games and also Axie Infinity because of the play to earn monetization factor. So we wanted to like combine these together to make a quick game to launch by the end of August before we're going to adopt it to a more complicated games in a mobile application. So yeah, in just 2 months, but I think we gain a lot of like traction from the players around the world, and especially Philippines and Vietnam and Korea, yeah, and some other country as well. And we have been selected as one of the monthly star in the Binance MVP3 program. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's nice. Okay. Anyway, before I ask the next set of questions, so I would like, of course, to welcome everyone who's tuning in, and of course for the team replay guys, don't worry. This session is recorded, so if ever you're not, whoever is not available now, because Mr. Pok, the thing about online freelancing is, especially the guys in the Philippines, most of our clients are either based in the US or in Canada, so they will be following the US time. So most of them are awake during the night and asleep
I
during
see.
the day. So the reason why I'm recording the session, so at least they can catch up later, watch this, watch the replay of this session, and of course, if it creates interest, then they can start
Mm.
getting to know more about the game. So again, I would like to welcome all participants, and of course I'd like to make a special shout out to some of our friends out there who are also fanatics, and not fanatics, who are also enthusiasts of cryptocurrency and crypto gaming. So shout out to Floy Coco and the TGFI group. Of course, I would like to shout out our co-founder CJ Cajoles, our co-founder in the community, and the rest of the admins. And special shout out to Cryptomad Group, Team Matapang of the group of Ken Sumera. So I'm with that group as well. We are we play a lot of crypto games, and we are also investors of and traders of cryptocurrency gaming, cryptocurrencies. There you go. So moving on to the next question, Mr. Pook, and maybe can fill in some of the details as well. So you were mentioning earlier that Bunnycorn was inspired through Pokemon, if I'm correct, and Axie Infinity. So
Mm.
aside from that, of course, you're conceptualizing the game out of an inspiration of an already existing game. So, what makes Bunnycorn different from these games and other NFT games today? What makes it different and what makes it special?
Yeah. I think this is a very great and tough question. So, as you might know, there are so many play-to-earn games out there, but I think Yeah, Axie Infinity has started these trendy games this year, and for now there's so many games, but I think not all of them can make a great performance after like for a while. So mostly because of the tokenomics that they're using, they're trying to offer very high rewards and offer a very big amount of money in a short time. And uh, we wanted to come up with improved tokenomics so that we can survive in the long term. Yeah. So by that means I think we have been inspired by Axie because of their tokenomics is very great with two tokens, the IX and the SLP tokens, tokenomic models. Yeah. So even we started with just a click to earn games. It's a card game, but we wanted to focus on the tokenomic side. So what is different between our game and other? So the first one is we the entry price for our game is kind of low. For example, if you want to enter the Axie Infinity, you can might have to pay for around 1,000 US dollar or something. And other games might be it started low, but it eventually become very much higher. This would become a barrier for new players to enter the game. If there is like less user enter the game in the long term, then the inflow of money will be reduced. So we wanted to make a game that has a very low entry price for players.
I
The
see.
other thing, yeah, and the other thing is that we follow Axie Infinity because I think we need to separate between the governance token and also the in-game tokens, so that the buy demand for the governance token will not have effect to the in-game like tokens, because it's actually represent the economy inside the game. So it shouldn't be so fluctuate with the price of the governance token.
Mhm.
And also we have the mechanism to burn the in-game tokens and also to burn the NFT inside the game. For example, if you want to level up or if you want to enhance your characters, then you have to like burn some of the NFT as well and burn the token. So by that method, we can reduce inflation of the token rewards and also the NFT, so that your NFT will have more value in the future.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and also we wanted to match the reward by the USD value, so that for example, if you play other games and amount of reward you receive is a token, right? But the tokens can be dumped in just a few days. So instead of that, we pack the reward with the USD value. So it would be have it would be more stable. But apart from that, even we back with the USD, but the actual amount can be low or high depending on the token price as well. So that in a various market, we can recover from the bottom and going up again. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So anyway, so we are as mentioned, this game is still on its early stages. So how is it being market, or how is it being promoted in in the crypto community? And also, of course, how far is the reach? Is this like just in Asia, or this is globally? How are you guys promoting and marketing the game and the brand right now?
Yeah. We just started for 2 months, and actually, we have been promoting it mostly in Vietnam, in Thailand, and in Korea. And in just these three markets, we have reached nearly 20,000 users. Um, and we wanted to have a stable tokenomics before we going like extensive marketing. to more countries and global market. Yeah. And I think in just 2 weeks or so, we have like we already reached more than 10 K of user already like playing daily.
Nice.
And
All right.
yeah,
Okay, and I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, you're still in the early introduction of Bunnycorn in the Philippine market, then in the Philippine channel. So I think Mr. Ken is also one of the people behind on promoting and introducing Bunnycorn in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So nice. So now, going on to the game itself. You mentioned earlier that in Axie, so people get to earn crypto in the form of SLP and AXS, right? So, how about in Bunnycorn? What are the crypto coins generated in this game and the NFT itself? Can you tell me about the coin aspect and the NFT aspect of this game?
Okay. So firstly about the NFC,
Mhm,
we have two main NFTs in the game. The first
mhm,
one we call trainer, and the second one is the Bunnycorn. So Bunnycorn is just like similar to Pokemon, and the
mhm,
trainer is the trainer, like the character who using the Pokemon to fight. Apart from these two NFTs, we have many other NFT that like items and skill and like shot, things like that to help them along the way when they fight. So
mhm,
about the tokens, right? We have two tokens. The first one is Bunny. The Bunny is similar to AXS, which is the
mhm.
governance token, and the in-game token is BUR, which is Bunnycorn Universal Reward. So this is similar to SLP.
Okay, governance token. All right, I'm taking note of it. So at least,
Yeah.
if ever there will be questions that might be asked later on any interested party within the community, I would be able to answer and relay. And anyway, I think Mr. Ken will be able to help me anyway if some later on some people will be interested and raise some questions about this. All right, so we got Bunny and BUR. If I'm Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
You
correct.
are. All right. Okay. And now let's go to the gameplay mechanics of Bunnycorn. So you mentioned that this is conceptualized or it's inspired on how a Pokemon game is played. I recall there's one game also like this. I just forgot the name of that crypto game as well. But anyway, going on the gameplay mechanics, can you tell us something how this game is played? Like, let's say, for example, this is my first time and my first day on playing Bunnycorn. So, what do I need to do? How to be able to play this game?
Okay. So to be able to start playing this game, you will need to buy at least one trainer and one Bunnycorn. And the mechanic is very simple. So you and firstly, the trainer and Bunnycorns will have elements. So the elements will be like fire, water, earth, and air. And also the Bunnycorn will have a variety of attributes like the attribute can be also with the element like fire, um, water, earth, and air, and neutral. So when you fight with somebody with another Bunnycorn, we will compare these kind of like attributes and also the rarity of the Bunnycorns. For example, we will have from 1 star, 2 star to 5 star, and also the trainer can have the level from level 1 to level 50 or even like 250. So each of them will combine these stats together and produce a power. And when they fight, they will we will compare this power and choose which one is winner. So when
Mhm,
you go to the battle, you will just like seeing a few enemies, and you will pick one in like your power range and you like fight with them.
Mhm.
So so far we have developed the normal PvE battle. This is like the most basic one. And apart from that, we have just released a dungeon last week, and also the red boss event like a few weeks earlier. And we are going to have the PvP arena early next month. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So it has a PvE and a PvP aspect then. That's really nice. And I have one question for this. Do let's say I'm fighting with another player. If I win,
Mm-hmm.
do I get to absorb or the bunnycorn of my opponent, or this is just I get to earn points upon winning?
Yeah, so for the PvE battle, this is like the most basic one, and we consider this is one of the NFT farming activities.
Hmm.
So for this one, you will not lose anything. You don't even lose any gas fee for the blockchain, but
I see.
you will get the token as a reward. Yeah.
I see. All right, that's good. Um, okay, so before I ask the next set of questions, so guys, I can see some questions coming in right now already. So anyway, we will address all these questions later once I finish all the questions and the session with Mr. Pok Nguyen, and after that we will be addressing your questions. Then Sir Ken will be choosing the set of questions that will be winning the prize pool of the $100 worth of Bunnycorn. So just keep asking those questions, guys. For just tune in and listen. For sure, your questions will arise as Mr. Pook delve in more about the ins and outs of this game. All right. So next question, Mr. Pook. I think this is one of the most important question about crypto gaming. So now we understood how the game can be played. So now let's talk about the play to earn aspect of this game. So potentially, how will the player earn money from this game, and how much can a player make? Let's say this is just a rough estimate anyway. How much can a player make in a week or month if we talk about the monetizing aspect of Bunnycorn?
Okay. So there are a variety ways to earn money from the Bunnycoin games. So the first one is just through the normal PvE battle that I mentioned before. So because this is like the most basic one, so even with the basic one, I think you guys can earn from 90 to up to few thousands USD per month based on the like the the army that you built. I mean, like how many trainers you have, how many Bunnycorns, and you guys level up this one to a better level, and then you can make more money. But even the lowest one, I think with 4 trainers, you can earn up to like almost 100 US dollar per month. Um, and the special thing is if because the money you earn also will be based on the price of the BUR token. So for now, the token price is around 0.16. But if the token price can raise up to 0.05, you can earn up to 160 US dollar per month. So when the token is higher, you can earn more because it's pegged to USD dollar of the tokens. Yeah. And
Mhm.
even if it's now only through the PPE, you can earn with up to, I think, around 5,090 US dollar, 1,900 US dollar, if you have a very good team of level 50 and 5-star Bunnycorn. And the investment to the game is relatively low at the moment. I think to start buying one channel and Bunnycorn, you have to pay around $50, and with 4 channels, you have to pay around almost 200 or from 150 to 200 US dollar. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
yeah.
And in terms of converting the, I think the BUR is the main coin for this. Let me just add Ken. I think he got disconnected. There we go. So, in terms of converting the crypto coin into fiat, what platform shall be used? Let's say I have more than enough BUR, then I want to convert this now into US dollars. So, what platform should I use to convert those coins into fiat? Hello.
You
Yeah.
asking Ken, right?
Uh, well, either of you or Ken may
Okay,
be
okay.
able to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because we are an ecosystem, so we actually built our own decentralized exchange. So you can
Mhm.
go to our decentralized exchange, which is Bunnycorn.exchange, and you can convert this one to any kind of cryptocurrencies like stablecoins or BNB. Yeah.
I see. All right. Okay. So the next question is so I think this is related to the the previous question I asked, but again let's go back on the starters or the basics of the game. So what are the things that I need to open or start in order to start playing Bunnycorn? So I think I is there an initial capital or investment that I need to prepare, or is this a free to play game? Anything that you can explain on this aspect?
Yeah, so this is not a free to play, but you will need to prepare some capital. As I mentioned before, I think the current minimum capital is around $50.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and where should I go, or where can I make an account then start playing the game?
Yeah, you can go to bunnycorn.game
Hmm.
and then you connect your wallet, for example, MetaMask or Just Wallet, and then you can use them to buy the bunny tokens, and then you can start to buy some NFT and play the game.
I see. All right. Um, Mr. Ken, anything that you can add? I think that I have exhausted all of the questions that I'm supposed to ask. It's very straightforward, and that's a good thing about this. It's especially for those who already know how to play this type of game. I think it's very easy for them on how to get started playing Bunnycorn. But other than that, is there anything that you may want to add? Something that might we might have missed during the process of Q&A?
Yeah, sure. So Uh, I think Mr. Pook have already mentioned everything, but I just want also to add that one of the features that personally I like about Bunicorn is that you don't need to go anywhere to sell your tokens or to sell your in-game rewards, which is the BUR or the Bunicorn Universal Token. The Buni Universal Reward. You don't need to go anywhere or go to Binance or any exchange at all. Since
Hmm.
Bunicorn is an ecosystem, it has a game, and also it also has its own exchange where you can sell or even trade your BUR tokens, convert it to Buni tokens, and then participate and join the Bunicorn game itself. So that's one of the best features so far that I really like about Bunicorn, that we want to make a center of attraction, the decentralized exchange itself. So as well as it's also on BSC, which has a low fees so far. Even though it's actually congested at the moment, but the fees is actually very small.
I see. All right. So, shall we go again, guys? Thank you very much. I see a lot of questions being asked here right now. So, thank you very much for keying in your questions. So, we will start addressing these questions. Then, probably Sir Ken can choose the set of questions that can win the prize pool. So again, thank you very much, guys, and shout out again to everyone who's tuning in. And for the team replay later, don't worry, this will be within our community, so you can watch in later. All right. So let's go to the first question. I think from Mr. Vince Smoke Gaming. So he said, now that Bunny token is now on its ATL, how do you plan to make this? How do you plan to get increase again and reach ATH? What's your plan? We think to know that BUR token is now maintaining its value.
Yeah, this is another tough question, right? So
Mhm.
as I mentioned before, so Bunny token is a governance token. So it actually represents how the ecosystem works together. I think we are just in a very early stage of the Bunny ecosystem, in which we have just built the Bunnycorn game. But from now on, I think we will start not just making this game better, but I think we will also start to make other things, other pieces in the ecosystem. So, for example, next we will host some of the NFT pre-sale of other games in our platform. Apart from that, we will also be working on another version of the current game, like the Unity version as well. I think releasing this version will be a very like big, like a huge force for the Bunnycorn ecosystem in the long term. So because the current game is very basic and we gain attraction, but the game is like can go up and can go down. But I think in the long term, Bunny token will sustain the value because it will not be minted in the games, right? So it can avoid the inflation of the games, but it can capture the revenue and also the buy demand from all the games and all the product in the ecosystem. So I think I'm very confident and believe that the value of Bunny will increase again when we release more products. Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much. I hope that answers your question, Vince Smoke. So the next question, yeah, I forgot to ask this. I'm supposed to ask this question, but anyway, this has been late. So, playing Bunnycorn, does it require PC or we can use a mobile phone or a tablet in playing this? And in relation to the question, what specs of phone is required to play this game? Is there any requirements in terms of specs?
I don't think we requires any specific specs because
Mhm.
this is just a web game so far. So any mobile devices that can support wallets such as MetaMask and have
Mhm.
access to a good connection can play the game via the mobile browsers in the MetaMask, I think.
I see. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is
So,
from.
excuse me.
Yes. Tell me. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So, it's also to add that since it's a web version, I just want to share as well the wallets that are connected on Bunicorn. So that includes MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Mat Wallet, Token Packet, SafePal Wallet, Wallet Connect, Binance Chain Wallet, Onto Wallet, and Coin98 Wallet. So as long as you have any of this, you can play the game.
All
Yeah.
right. That's good. That's good to know. So, moving on to the next question here from Mr. Sean Michael de la Cruz. Um, we all know that not all people believe the cryptocurrency. So, what are the best strategies and advantages in playing Bunnycorn, and how to encourage those non-believers to join the game? So, maybe before you answer, Mr. Pok, I can answer a little something about this question. Not entirely relevant to not entirely specific to Bunnycorn, but cryptocurrency overall. So, Sean, we are now in an era where everything is digital. prior to cryptocurrency, prior to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other altcoins being introduced in the world. Prior to that, we're already transitioning to digital. Remember, you have online payments. You can use your credit card purchasing things online. We have video conferences wherein you can, like this StreamYard, right? We're digital. We're not physically together on this session, but we're able to talk with you guys and discuss about Bunnycorn. So in terms of cryptocurrency, so again, we are now in the stage of our life wherein everything is going digital. Now currency or the finances is going digital as well. Let me just share to you a personal thing that I know here in the UAE. By the way, I'm based in the UAE. So in 2 to 3 years from now, the UAE government is planning to uh, make everything uh, not tokenized. The form of payment. Let's say here I'm working as an OFW. I'm working in a company. So the UAE government is aspiring that all our salaries here will be paid via digital asset. So we will not be holding physical dirhams anymore. Everything is digital. Everything is through cryptocurrency now. So that's how the future is aiming right now in the world. So in terms of this, so I think that's the best answer to it. I mean, everything now is going digital. Everything is, especially cryptocurrency. That's the reason why Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other cryptos are booming right now because a lot of people believe on cryptocurrency now, and the big chunk of money circulating globally is being invested into cryptocurrency. I think that's only me, but I would pass now to Mr. Ken and Mr. Pok on answering this question in terms of specific in Bunnycorn.
Yeah, thank you, Pablo. I think you answer most of the question. Uh, I personally think that this question is more general, and it's not just for Bunnycorn games, but it also the same question to other games and also the blockchain space in general. So, like I think Bitcoin has surpassed the time that it can collapse anymore. So I think no one can stop it in the future. And eventually you will either join the crypto space or you will stay out of it. But I think more and more it will go to mass adoption in the future. For the gaming aspect, I think Axie Infinity is a little one, and they have done a very good job in 3 years to educate users. And many users it come from Philippines. Oh, are you still following me? I'm not
Yes,
sure if
yes,
my
we
connection. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're just seeing fluctuation, but I think we're still connected.
Okay,
We're online. Yep.
okay. Yeah. So I think there are many player in Philippines, right? Is playing Axie Infinity right now. And let's see, like 3 years before, I think no one know anything about this, but many has joined the game since then. And I think we are Bunnycorn and other game don't have to be the first one, and we they have already know the like a lesson from Axie, so it's
Mm.
easier for us. But I think eventually when you see someone like your neighbor, your friends is playing the games, and eventually you will play it. I think so.
Yeah, it will create an interest. And guys, cryptocurrency is here to stay. Trust me, a lot of
Yeah.
billionaires, a lot of whales are invested in this in the cryptocurrency universe. So I mean, there's no stopping it. I think that's the term. There's no stopping it. Either you're in it or not, but everyone who's into cryptocurrency, you will. I mean, of course, we cannot dictate the future, but the fact is, the future is getting toward digitalization, and that goes for cryptocurrency. Yeah. Uh, Do you want? Do you have anything to add, Mr.
Yeah.
Ken? So
So
before I go to the next question.
sure, sure. So for the questions, it's more of the of game related. So
Mhm.
I think you already, Sean, I think you already heard about Axie Infinity. So I think you can try and research more about it, and then try to look some resources about how to play the game, how people are earning the game, and try to look for other games as well. So you can choose as well Bunicorn, Bunicorn, and then it has a very low entrance capital. So you can try it yourself and try to enjoy the game itself. So what I'm trying to say is that you can try and invest a small amount of money, and then if you're earning good, then you can add more as much as possible. In general, try to do a lot of research, uh research more about the project, research more about the team, about the partners, the game itself, the tokenomics, everything you need to know about the game. So I think that's what I can add.
I see. All right. Thank you very much. Sorry. So moving on to the next question from Trisha May Wanilio. What makes Bunnycorn better than its competitors, and is there any advantage that we can earn from this game? Or I think let me rephrase that question. Is there any advantage that we can expect from this game that is not with your competition?
Yeah, so I think I mentioned this earlier that for this game, we totally focus on having a very good tokenomics. So in our mind, so what is a good tokenomics? So this, if it goes, then it should be sustainable in the long term. So I think for every games or any tokenomics or any economic in general, it can go up and it can go down. Like there should be some kind of overheating or crisis, but either way, with a good one, I think we can eventually go up again. So that our ultimate goal to build a good game about tokenomics before we having like more complex gameplay. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we have tried to update the game. Like some of the updates might be not as good as we expected, but I think eventually it's making the game more stable in the long term, and eventually we will survive in the long term. Yeah.
All
Like
right.
if you invested in a play to earn game, so there's a huge risk as well. Like it can be down like very quickly, or it can go up very quickly as well. So you need to choose wisely, like which one is going for a few months or few years or just few weeks. So I think I believe that our tokenomic is good enough to go for long term.
I see. All right. And I think this next question is related to what you were just trying to explain just now. So, what makes you feel confident about the survival and the sustainability success of Bunnycorn in the near future? While you are building your project, do you take into account the community feedbacks and demands? I think this is a good question also, since the game is
Yeah,
on its early stages. So, yeah.
yeah. So even we are just in the early stage, about 2 months, but there are a lot of things has happened in the past 2 months. So we have always been listening to the communities in the Discord and in the Telegrams, in the Facebook. Like there are so many controversial ideas and suggestions between the players and the communities because like each of them will have different goals when entering the game. Like someone want to invest a lot to earn more, someone just to invest a little and earn a stable income, and someone just want to duplicate their accounts to many accounts at the same time to maximize the profits and things like that. So we are the like developers, we are in the center, so we always listen, but we will pick like which idea is the best, like which ideas will serve the games in the long term. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I still feel confident about the survival and sustainability of the game, um, because we have done something like wrong in the first, but we have been able to fix it. Like originally, we started with a very high reward for a low level user as well. So this one tried to like, because they don't have the financially motivation to level up. So everyone just want to duplicate the accounts, make many clones, and using bots, something like that. I think it's just not like sustainability for the long term. It can be it can grow quickly in at first, but I think eventually this model will collapse. So instead of that, we have enter the tokenomics. So the rewards can be uh, automatically adjust based on the market condition. And I think it's good enough now. And more people will have motivation to level up their accounts, and also reduce inflation in the token of the in-game token. Yeah.
I see. All right. So anyway, this is a personal question for me because, well, basically, this is what I mostly do on
Hmm.
the crypto games and crypto assets that I'm invested on right now. Does Bunnycorn have a staking aspect? Can we stake
Yes.
the coins that we are earning on this game?
Yes. So you can stake the both Bunny and BUR token.
Hmm.
You can stake in our exchange. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's good to know. Um, Next question. I think this is a gameplay question. Um, if we are the loser of the game, do we receive any consolation reward, or is it only a take all for the winner?
Um, I'm not sure. Uh, I think this question is about if you lose a fight in the game.
Mhm.
If you lose a fight in the game, you don't lose anything. Like you don't lose any asset, but you only have the reward if you win the fight.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. Let's see. There's so many questions being raised here, so let's just try to be selective of it. Um, So, by the way, guys, again, thank you very much for raising all these questions. I'm just trying to be selective in it because some of the questions were already answered by Mr. Pok. And again, thank you very much for tuning in. Team Replay, don't worry, you'll be able to watch this later. Uh, Next question is let me choose one. Uh, Okay, I think this one will do. What is the strongest advantage of Bunnycorn that you think will make your team leading the market? So this is more of a general question, but if I were to rephrase this, how I think the question is, how will you be able to market, advertise Bunnycorn in the crypto market space?
Yeah. I think that the main difference between Bunnycon and other projects is that we are an ecosystem. So we have everything we need to monetize. For example, if we want to stake that, right, we can
Mhm.
just build our staking farm in the exchange. If we want to go with the exchange or NFC, we have our own marketplace. So I think it will be very much easier for us to compete with other projects if they are alone. So not just the game, we also partner with other games and other NFT projects to like having them to integrate with our ecosystem. Uh, so far, some of the projects have already been integrated in our exchange and farming, and in the future, we will have more into the game as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay. This next question. So anyway, shout out to Mr. Nico Astari. He's actually my mentor right now in Elliott Wave theory in trading. So thank you very much, sir, for tuning in. The question here is if two teams battle and or two players battle and the stats are the same. how can the
Mm.
game determine the winner? So I think this is a
Yep.
gameplay question also.
Yeah. So for the PVE battle, the normal one, we will also have some kind of random. Um, Around 10% of the real power will be random. So it will not be the same. So even you have the same stars, but the final result will be like have a little bit of luck in there. That's for the PVE. But for the upcoming PvP battle, it will be like turn-based. So it will totally depends on how your strategy when you playing it with another player. So like each one will in turn attack the other, and the formula will be quite complex. And the one who have more HP after like a few rounds will be the one who wins the fight.
All right. Okay. And next question from Vince Smoke again. So we all know that some of the new NFT games starting with their marketing strategy before it gets hype. So why does Bunnycorn choose to start quietly without advertising or paying influencers to attract more players?
Yeah, I think we wanted to go with this approach because uh, if if the game is not like good enough for the tokenomics, then if we want to push all out for the marketing, then even though we have a very good like growing in the short term and huge amount of player will come into the game, but because of the tokenomics is not good enough, it will just make the game collapse faster. So instead of like going with this approach, we started with some organic growing in few countries, and then we fixed all the tokenomics issues, and then we started to launch all out again. So
Mhm.
I think we almost passed the first phase, and we uh, will also added more features into the game. So apart from PvE, we already started raid boss and dungeon, and next is the PvP. And when the game is more like interesting, and the tokenomic is okay, then we can start to like promoting or having a large huge amount of player again without any problems. Yeah.
All right. So I think I have last two questions here because I'm sorry guys, I'm not highlighting all of the questions because some of the questions you have raised was already answered earlier. So just to avoid answering it twice, so I'm just skipping through those questions. Next question is here from Kai Ramos. What are your plans to lower level teams to be able to accelerate reinvestment? A lot of the players can only make minimum investment, especially with the reduced PVE reward. So how can they ramp up basically?
Yeah. I think before, right? Before most of the player will only choose to stay low. It means that there is no reason for them to level up because they can earn more money than like leveling up. So it's not healthy for the game in the long term. If everyone just stay low and like no reinvestment, then eventually the game will die. So we don't to follow that approach for a long term. So that's why we also reduce the PVE rewards for low level like teams. So there are a few ways for you to earn more in the future. The first one is that, of course, you can level up. But if you don't want to do that, then you can join other activities like the PvE next, and probably we will add more features in the future for this team. For example, for the PvP feature, there is no need to compete with like high level teams because we will divide the player into different tiers. For example, you can find with the same people at the same tiers as you. So you don't have to level up, but you can still earn reward from them.
I see. All right. So you mean to say there's a system in place within the game wherein you can play against people of the same level? I think
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to know this aspect as well because let's say, for example, that there's a lot of already high tier players existing in the game, and this is the first time I'm entering the game. I don't want to be battling out with them because, well, automatically I will lose. So it's good to
Yeah.
know that you have this leveling system wherein I can only fight it out with the people of the same level category that as I would be if I'm starting the game.
Yeah, exactly. And also, even for the PvE battle, I think sometime in the future we will also have a random algorithm to so that you can collect some of the random items that
Mhm.
will be in the PvE battle. So even like normally you will receive low reward, but I think sometimes you will get a better items uh, in the normal PvE. And these items can be sold in the market for higher level user to acquire them to find in the PvE or dungeon that they need. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I think this is the last question, and I think this last question is coming from someone who's already playing the game. So, Gamer Zol, thank you very much for patronizing Bunnycorn. So hopefully, Mr. Puck can answer this. He said this upcoming update with enhance that price will be lower to enhance. Will enhance fail come too, or will it come later? I saw an old news page that we might be getting enhanced fail also. So it's
Yeah.
something that I'm not aware, but for sure other
Mm.
people who's not playing the game don't know this aspect as well. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to know for the existing gamers.
Yeah. So the fail enhancement is not in place yet. We'll just only reduce the price to enhance. The reason is we wanted to come up with a way for user to avoid the failed enhancement before we release it. Just the same thing happening with Fusion. So for Fusion, we have the scroll. The scroll can be acquired in dungeon. So user can have an alternative way to avoid the fail. So when we have something else for the enhance, we will release it. But for now, there's no fail, and you can just enjoy the discount.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's really good to know. So, guys, everyone, thank you very much for raising all those questions. And I hope that all the people tuning in here right now and the people who will watch later, regardless if you're already playing the game it's or not yet, hopefully this starts creating an interest on you guys playing or investing on Bunnycorn. So that being said, we're almost at the end of our gaming monetized session. So with this regard, I would like to give the floor to both you, Sir Ken and Mr. Puck, to say any final remarks about Bunnycorn. So I'm giving you the floor on promoting the game and inviting everyone to to play and invest in Bunnycorn. So who would like to start?
I think I'll try to go first. So
Okay.
Sir
All
Pook
right.
will be the last. So first and foremost, I want to thank Sir Paulo for inviting us for this session. Thank you for giving the time to be the host of this event, and thank you as well for all of the participants that have asked their questions, especially for those not new players, will be the new players of Bunicorn, and also the existing players. So we are always here on Telegram and Discord. You can always ask questions on the Philippines community on Discord, and as well as on Telegram. So far, we don't have any Telegram Philippines, and you can only ask questions on the Discord Philippines. So try ask questions as much as possible, and we'll try to address all your concerns. So I think that would be it from my end. Thank you very much.
All
And
right. Thank you.
please
Yep.
go, sir.
Yep. Thank you, Ken, and also Paulo. Like we, I have a very good time in enjoying this session with all the communities, and I am very happy because not just the new players, but I think there are many questions from the existing player of Moneycoin games here. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. And hopefully all of you can take a little bit of your time to research about the team, about the project, about the product, and about the games, Bunnycorn. And if you find it interesting and sustainable, then you can try it. So I don't want you to like just take the money and go to the game, but like please take a deep look at everything so you can start enjoying Bunnycorn game. Yeah, hopefully we can talk with you guys in Discord. Yeah.
All right. So there you go, guys. So again, thank you very much for tuning in, and again, thank you, Mr. Puck and Mr. Ken, for gracing us your time about introducing and getting to know Bunnycorn. So, guys, as you know, I keep on mentioning earlier that we are already in an era where everything is digital. This is true to the fact that, well, right now, guys, we are still in pandemic. If you know, last year 2020, a lot of people lost their jobs because, of course, economy is down globally. A lot of people got sick, and of course companies need to close down or uh, lessen their manpower because of, well, there's no business. But then out of this pandemic came an opportunity, you know, cryptocurrencies, crypto gaming, and a lot of the online aspect of things wherein, you don't necessarily need to go outside. You can stay at the comfort of your own home and you can earn money. And this is my advocacy within our community, that um, you can earn money at the same time you can play a game, then you can earn. Who wouldn't want that, right? You're playing, then you're earning. I think everyone would agree with me that this is something that, there's no argument about it. Everyone in us has a gamer inside. So this is something that we want to do. And as I mentioned, cryptocurrency is here to stay. Games like this are here to stay. There are more games that will come in the near future. But of course, getting an in-depth information about each and every game is also important, because you don't want to jump in automatically into something without knowing it. So I hope sessions like this that we do for the community somehow gives you a head start, or a partial insight on what the game is all about. Then, as we always term it, DYOR, or do your own research. Okay, we're not going to sell you anything here. We're not pushing you into subscribing or playing in this game. Still, do your own research, but at least you have quite a bit of information now on what Bunnycorn is all about. All right. So again, Mr. Pook and Mr. Ken, thank you very much again for gracing us with your time here. And everyone, thank you very much also for tuning in. And hopefully, uh, I do apologize again. As much as I wanted to introduce different games on a weekly basis, but life happened. So, uh, again, hopefully, we can still do it on a weekly basis, but no promises. So till our next session, guys, thank you very much. Again, Bunnycorn team and Alex also, thank you very much for liaising this. Alex is the head of communications in Bunnycorn. So uh, I hope she was able to join us, but unfortunately not. But still, thank you very much for liaising uh, for this session to happen. Okay. So, guys, till the next session. Again, my name is Simon, and I'm the co-founder of the Online Filipino Freelancers Group. So, thank you, and see you again on the next session. Thank you, Mr. Fook and
Thank
Ken.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye bye.
A heavenly planet inhabited by magical creatures named Bunnycorns. The land is spiritually guarded by legendary Bunnycorns, the gods of fire, earth, water, and air. Humans later came and lived harmoniously with the Bunnycorns. But not all of them wanted peace. We must save Bunnyland together.
Meet the brand new Infinite series gaming rigs which dominate all your gaming needs. The new Infinite models are powered by the latest 10th gen Intel processors for unparalleled processing power with the highest performance. Crank up your FPS and game quality with Nvidia's latest RTX series graphics. This means a smooth gaming experience and lifelike visuals using ray tracing. The models have separated cooling chambers using silent flow cooling to maximize cooling capabilities. Going even beyond, it uses a brand new silent and powerful liquid cooling for the CPU. To guarantee the fastest storage speed, the Infinite series also has space for 2 M.2 SSD slots to cover just that. Load your game faster than your opponents. The HIMIC and audio boost are on board, letting you experience true hi-fi sound. Enjoy the advantage over your enemies in-game. Dragon Center is also present to let you monitor the hardware, optimize performance, and much more. The Infinite models are also an eye-catcher equipped with fully customizable Mystic Light. And when you're on the move, the handle takes care of just that. Want to know more? For all other features and information, please go check out the product page, and thanks for watching.